Right, to Shadow King Nazu. I'm here with my review of Dragon Ball Super, episode 59. So, after the unexpected arrival of Goku, Beerus, Whis, and the Supreme Kai of Universe 7, Zamasu decides to play it cool and asks why they're here. And Beerus lies that says that Goku wanted a rematch with Zamasu because he felt that uh, he could probably get a better fight out of Zamasu now that Zamasu has a better understanding of what Goku's capable of. And Goku says that that's not what he's here for, almost blowing their cover, but Beerus tries to silence him through his usual method, physical violence. That's the answer to everything, isn't it? But we see that Zamasu might suspect that they think that he's intending to kill Gowasu. Hold on. But it's not wasn't officially confirmed, but it's kind of hinted that they might suspect that they fought. So he tries to play along, or maybe he did think that Goku came for a rematch. Who knows? But Beerus tells them that they're leaving, and they go off. And he and Whis tell Goku that they definitely did sense the killer's intent inside Zamasu, and that he does intend to kill Gowasu and steal the time and again initiate his plans with Black Goku and lead to that future. And so Zamasu decides to feed him a meal from Earth given to him by Whis, along with some green tea. But it turns out it wasn't poison, so those of you who thought that he was going to poison Gowasu, sorry, but you were wrong. Or as Geekton would put it, you are not a great prognosticator. And then we cut to the future, alternate future Trunks timeline, and it turns out that Black Goku and future Zamasu are sitting in this resort in the forest, which looks rather nice compared to how Trunks' city looks completely like something out of Terminator, which would be appropriate since, the Cell Saga and the Future Trunks timeline in general is based off the Terminator movies. And basically, Black Goku wants to fight Goku again, and this time kill him. And Zamasu advises against that because he feels that if he kills Goku too quickly, then he'll lose a partner that continues to make him stronger. So he thinks that he should just keep fighting Goku and besting him until he feels that he's done all he could with him, and then kill him. And Zamasu kind of feels it's ironic that they actually need mortals for their zero mortal plan. And then back on Earth, we see that Trunks is moping about his failures, like a certain character from a popular franchise that I don't want to mention, Kylo Ren. Sorry, I don't know what came over me about that. But yeah, he's moping because he failed to stop Black Goku and Zamasu. And Mai and the Pilaf gang were watching, and Pilaf suggests that Mai make her move to comfort him so he'll fall in love with her, which she really doesn't need to do because since she already loves the future version of her. But Mai says she's not going with that because they don't understand how future Trunks feels. And then we get a really nice moment with Present Trunks. Present Trunks basically says, "Hey, future me, stop acting like a whiny bitch because you lost the fight against Black Goku." and he continues to mope. And President Trunks decides to knock some sense into him. Quite literally, in fact, by turning Super Saiyan and punching him and challenging him into a fight. Good stuff. I really like this moment as it adds a little bit of character development for Kid Trunks, and it shows a nice contrast that because they had different upbringings, Kid Trunks is more optimistic and he's more willing to continue the fight, whereas Future Trunks has seen so many travesties that has kind of withered his spirit a bit. So when these kind of horrible things happen, it kind of takes their toll on him, and he's becomes a little bit more depressed. So he kind of a bit of a self-reflection between the two, and it takes the Kid Trunks, who's a bit more optimistic, to bring the Future Trunks a bit more hope. And then back with Zamasu and Gowasu, Zamasu does end up killing Gowasu via decapitating him with the Keyblade. Not the weapon from Kingdom Hearts, but the blade made through the energy key. And fortunately, we get a little bit of that thing that Whis did back in the Resurrection of Frieza, where he reverses time back to the moment before Zamasu killed Gowasu, and they teleport and put a kitten ovenment, which is kind of funny, over Zamasu's Keyblade. And as they explain the situation and what Zamasu was planning on doing with once Gowasu was dead, and he says that he's very disappointed in him. Well, maybe you wouldn't have been so disappointed if you had actually seen this coming like everybody else. But whatever. Zamasu, after learning that his alternate future self had succeeded in his efforts, he thinks that with the assurance of destiny and what have you, that he can succeed as well. But Beerus lays down the law and stops that plan, and he places his hand right before... he stops Zamasu's Keyblade by just putting his hand over it, then proceeds to place his hand in front of Zamasu, then says Hakai, which means destroy, and Zamasu completely disintegrates. Damn, Beerus is even more badass than I thought. Oh boy. Then we cut back to Kid Trunks and Future Trunks sparring against each other, and Kid Trunks is still urging him to fight, but Future Trunks thinks that he gets what Kid Trunks is trying to do, and he thanks him for telling him not to feel depressed and give up on the situation. Then Beerus, Whis, and Goku come back, and they said that they've killed Zamasu. And Beerus feels that with Zamasu dead, that the future timeline will be corrected. But Future Trunks says that he doesn't believe that's the case, since back when he tried to do that with the androids, his future timeline did not alter in any way. But Beerus says that that's only what happens when mortals try to change the future. When a god does it, the future does not remain constant. And Goku just decides to go along with it. I kind of figured that Goku would be as skeptical as Trunks is, since he knows how time travel works. It's based from the Cell Saga. I think this might have been another part of Toei's kind of dumbing down Goku. So yeah, they really need to fix that, because Goku is supposed to be really, well, not really smarter than this, but he should be quite a bit smarter than this, because he's not dumb, he's naive. But all in all, this was a pretty good episode. I did like the whole mystery thing. Well, not so much a mystery, but trying to prove the whole case of Zamasu's guilt. because the God Destruction cannot destroy a Supreme Kai or any god without just cause, especially if they're from a different universe. And it kind of reminds me of shows like Deadly Women or any other investigation discovery shows where they do those sort of things. I also did like the character development between Future Trunks and Kid Trunks. And yeah, those were some pretty good moments. Plus, Beerus destroying present Zamasu was pretty badass. So yeah, all in all, really good episode. Looking forward to how things go in episode 60, where it turns out that Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks are going back to the future to fight Black Goku and Zamasu. Maybe they got a Zenkai boost and they think they'll stand a better chance against Black Goku. Or maybe they are wrong and they'll get their asses handed to them again. Only time will tell. I'll catch you guys later.